right, welcome back. Well, that article is all about a nice big deal with a big word called consortium or consortium for some, where the UAE and Korea have come to this agreement that Korea will be providing the technology and the know-how to the UAE to be producing their own crops in a basically non-arable land, at least widely non-arable land. If they're able to pull this off, then they are going to be able to, the UAE that is, will be able to produce more of its own homegrown food so it isn't as dependent on imports. This is done through the smart farms, but mostly through high technology and hydroponics. The reason they're picking strawberries is not just because of their plumpness and sweetness. No, it is because they're easy to grow in many different sort of environments. And they keep producing fruit for a very long time, so they are also profitable. And if there's anything that makes the world spin, it's money. Yeah.
All comes down to money.
It all comes down to money, yeah. What imported fruits are popular in Korea? You can also add vegetables too if you would like. Because I couldn't myself think of any fruits. Because to tell you the truth, I thought all fruits were imported. Not just Korea, but from around the world pretty much. I thought everyone kind of had their stuff grown in places that is cheaper to grow and then imported. But,
I'm pretty sure I was discussing with a Korean about pineapples because they are actually quite omnipresent. You know, every supermarket, I see a lot of pineapples, you know, and they're not crazy expensive.
Yeah, quite tasty.
A number of Koreans were of the opinion that they were imported anyway, which is why they were cheap. You know, they were grown abroad where the labour was cheaper, the weather was better, and they could... Because again, if you've got an equatorial climate, you can grow all year round. You don't have to wait for the summer. As it
Imagine waiting for a summer.
It's winter right now, so I don't have to imagine. Pineapples. I'm going to go with pineapples.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what is imported and what's not imported, but I did actually cut up and prepare my first pineapple a week ago, and it was really good.
I love pineapple.
I used to hate it. And I think becoming an adult, I used to hate it as a kid, becoming an adult has definitely changed my palate in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Hydroponic strawberries. There's a lot of strawberries in Korea, though. I'm pretty sure they're not imported.
I don't think so either.
We get them all year round. They're always massive.
Sometimes massively expensive.
Sometimes more expensive than others.
Yeah.
Sometimes a bit tasteless, which I think is a sign of the forced farming, the hydroponic farming. But I think, they're not imported strawberries.
Well, speaking of forced farming, do you think we even need all this technology for all this type of growing fruits and stuff? Can't we do it more naturally?
I'm not an expert, but I've heard that if we stopped all kinds of industrial farming techniques and, GMO products completely, we wouldn't actually have enough food to feed everybody in the world. I don't know if that's true, but considering there's 8 billion of us now, I think that might be true. I think we need these post-farming methods.
Correct. That is 100% true. The only reason there is an ability for us to have 8 billion people on the planet right now is because of technology. There's a guy named Malthus that predicted this and said that we have a population cap of, I think he said 2-point-something billion on the planet. But then we started discovering different methods of growing food, and suddenly that number shot straight up. And now we're well above 8 billion, so I don't know.
Yes. Although I can see why people prefer natural. I think the big one for me is taste. Often when you get British-grown things, but it's in like wintertime or something, so it's obvious that it's been technologically farmed, not naturally. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste quite as good.
Yeah, there is something that's missing with these farms. And I think a lot of sort of smart farms that we're going to be seeing, they're going to have to develop this imitation of nature. And just for the fact of us having to eat, we might have to be giving up taste someday.
Yes. Yeah. Nutrition has got to come before taste.
Yeah, as we saw in Snowpiercer.
As we contemplate how we're going to eat the cockroaches.
Oh, gosh, wow.
Without vomiting.
Well, let's go ahead and say salam to all the vocabulary today. Try to memorize it as best as possible, use it in everyday life, and become smarter while we're at it, just like those farms in Abu Dhabi. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Consortium.
Consortium.
Arable.
Arable.
Hydroponic.
Hydroponic.
Affluent.
Affluent.
Dangle.
Dangle.